here to observe what's going on, or if you have an issue that we'll try to resolve. So we'll start off with the pledge of allegiance. Roll call.
Enright. Steve.
Present.
Templeton.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, start off with the agenda. We did the pledge of allegiance. We're going to accept the minutes for February, March, and April. For a motion to accept the minutes for February, March, and April. Or do we need time to look at those?
I've looked at them. I have some grammatical corrections that I can get with Courtney after. It doesn't really change the text of the minutes, but I do have one change. It would be in the March minutes, 5th page. And I don't have the minutes in front of me, but it
You got a hard copy? You remember what it was?
yeah, it was, I made the statement that the cost of the park has grown from the original. I think Courtney had there 1.1 to 1.2. It was originally estimated at 1.1 to 1.4, but I believe due to inflation and increased material costs, that will probably even elevate that more. And I threw a number of 1.75.
Okay, we'll, excuse me, accept the minutes with corrections to be made at the second Tuesday of the month meeting. Sufficient?
Just wanna correct it now, be done.
Well, I have a lot of corrections.
The 1112 was the original.
Yeah. Yeah, there's,
You saying you want that change because you believe with
yeah.
the cost of doing business now to be up probably 1.5, 1.7?
The original contained in the report is 1.1 to 1.4 million.
Right.
And, due to inflation and, we're gonna have to do some engineering, et cetera, so.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
You can goose that to 1.75.
Okay, so let's move on.
So we're tabling that?
Yes. So, let's move on. I would like to thank the road department, Champion High School National Honor Society, volunteers that participated in the community cleanup day on Saturday, April 22nd, 2023. We had a great day. We filled up, and it was raining and it was coming down sideways. And we actually got to fill up 6 containers, weed pressed. And that's just not counting TVs, not counting tires. We had an incredible day, and we had a lot of people out there helping us. Like to see it, it's been a nice day. We probably could have filled up another 8. So if we can seek another grant, very successful. And also like to give credit to the National Honor Society kids that were there helping us out. Bethany Worley, Chris Plott, Emma Kuhn, Hunter Haynes, Maddie Fell, Morgan Toth, and Dylan. Thank you. Dalen Billock. And if we missed anybody, I apologize. We will make corrections afterwards. It was a very successful day. And we still have, Sean, how many tires do you think that we collected?
400 or 500 anyway.
400 or 500. And one of them had a live snake in it. They're a mosquito heaven. And we accomplished a lot of good things. I mean, Mr. Emery made a comment, we had a limit of 8 tires, per resident, and some people might have brought in 9 or 10. I agree with him that, we accepted those, 2 extra to get them in and get them out of there because they're nothing but a breeding grounds for, mosquitoes. So, we were real pleased about that.
You would think, after as many years as we've been doing this, that tire pile would dwindle down, but it just seems to get larger. at
They don't make
times.
tires like they used to.
I don't understand where all the tires can possibly come from, but it's just kind of amazing.
And we took them, and
We
it's a
took
good
'em.
thing too.
Who was working the tire stack? Was that you out there throwing tires?
No, I was working the cane and I had to see,
I
I
heard
was
you were working the salt
supervising.
shed.
I was supervising from the salt shed.
Okay.
Okay, we have another, and I thank everybody again. Announcement, we have a public hearing on light manufacturing, that's on Research Parkway over there, coming off of Educational Highway. We're setting up a, hearing date, May 5th, 2023, at 4:30 PM right here in the community room. And that will be, for, anybody that has any, thing to say about it, whether it be good or bad. Then, we'll have to wait 30 days in order for that to take place. So the other announcement that we have cemetery cleanup, and this is, every township has this, and the loved ones that we have buried there, we get wreaths and different things and we put on them. We get inclement weather that really, blows them away, and we don't have no way of figuring out which wreath belongs to who. Suggestion was given to me, and I think it's a real good idea. If you could put your name on the bottom of the wreath, or somewhere on that, we can set it aside or go back and replace that on that grave, which would be a very helpful thing instead of throwing it away, because they do cost money. But, let's see here, cemetery cleanup, please, taking all the old faded flowers and Christmas off the graves by Friday, May 5th. If there is something that you would want to return to you, please put your name, phone number on the back of the wreath, and then we'll contact you to get that back to you. And then if you want to put it back on, then you can put it back on. So.
Not to interrupt, Mr. Chairman, but do you have a redecoration date?
Do we have a
Following week.
Following
Give me a
week.
date. I don't know the following week, I
So
want
that
a
would
date.
be the 12th.
No, that would be the 8th,
See that? That's why we're going with the number.
Following date of week.
the following Monday, yeah.
So
the
you're
8th.
going with,
We're supposed to have it off by this week. We're
Okay.
giving until Friday now. Friday, we're gonna go around and clean up
Okay.
everything off. They can put everything back Monday, we'll be done Friday.
they can redecorate 3 days later, which is Monday the 8th.
Yep.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, takes care of that. We'll get public comment if you have any questions on that. The next announcement will be the Memorial Day Parade. Stay tuned to the website for more information forthcoming from the Rotary. And Mr. Fee usually updates us on all that. I don't know if he has any update that he'd like to share at this point in time, or.
It's a
wait.
go, just like in past years, it's gonna start at St. Williams, and, some of the cars and vehicles will go to the north entrance of the cemetery. There'll be a few that turn on 305, so they can get people there, quickly for the ceremony. But, it should be a real good one.
I'm sure it will be. Everybody turns
have
out, it's a really
a,
nice event.
We have a veteran, 102 years old.
Was he an active guy? I'm assuming would be World War II. Incredible. First, as far as the young fellow, what was his name? The young fellow
Oh,
that came up, the
yeah,
sheriff 13, McElhaney.
I have that marked. I was gonna wait till the end, but since you bring it up, I took a look at, that presentation board he wants to make for Eagle Scout Award. That's 4 foot by 8 foot, sign, essentially. And if you put it up there around the schoolhouse, with these, Memorial Day festivities and other festivities occur in and around there, I people that won't be able to see the ceremony, et cetera. So I know when he first made that presentation, the thought came up to be at the chapel. So I think that's gonna have to be where he would have to go. And if that's all right with the board, I would call Braden tomorrow and let him know that's where it has to be, and to contact you. You probably know the best place to put it.
And I think the chapel's correct.
Okay.
Like I said, when the honor guard comes, that's where they're doing it, and I think if you don't understand the flag folks, that's where you're going to see it, probably where you'd be most interested in at that time, so. Find a place back there that, doesn't take away from the chapel, but is, you know what I mean? Don't put it in front of front doors.
I'll meet with Rex and we'll go back there and figure it out.
Okay.
And anybody that wants to be a part of the parade, you know, of course, we have floats for the baseball league, et cetera. If you have a car you'd like to have in it, the only thing we ask, we don't want any political signs attached to any trailers or cars. So,
Dogs.
and dogs. They were there last year, didn't seem to be a problem. You need to register if you're gonna be in the float. You can talk to me after the meeting, and I can get your name to the person that takes all that. So,
Did anybody tell you, Rex,
And
that
that's what might be in
the road department's gonna participate? I'm gonna have a dump truck and a new pickup truck in it.
okay.
I don't know
I
if the
think-
road department's ever been in one, but
Yeah,
they've
they've
not
had a
participated
truck
in
in
it.
before, I think
Okay.
that goes without saying. Oh, and another question they had, are you gonna have the Rotary banners up by Memorial Day?
Yes, actually, I have them up next week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting, for each fold of the flag means something, there's 13 folds. And the young fellow was here, the first of the month meeting and demonstrated all that. I had no idea, in my 52 years of life, that, that meant something.
52?
Okay, so, moving
Say
on.
72?
The champion community, this is really important too, because I keep seeing this all the time being reiterated, when it's gonna be. Champion community, date set for the, garage sale will be May 17th to May 21st. Like it was in the past. It'll also be posted on the Champion website. Hopefully you'll see something in the paper. Our announcements for our meetings haven't been being put in the paper, they've been kind of being compiled. There's quite a bit more interesting stuff going on outside of Champion Township evidently. But there'll be no fee for that, for the permits, so between the days of the 17th and the 21st, clean the basement, the garage out, put them on the table. If you have a buyer for something,
Jen, do we need permits? No permits? Do they have to contact our zoning department at all?
No, they just need to, they can register on the website
Okay,
to have your address and everything included so that people know where you're at. I would prefer it that way there is a list as well, but you do not need to come to the office.
okay, thank you.
excuse me. Just to let everybody know that we are currently in negotiations with the police department, with the OPBA. We'll have our second meeting, tomorrow, May 2nd, at our attorney Dan Lesson's office. And I believe that's at, 2 o'clock
Yes.
tomorrow. And that'll be, considered an executive session. I don't really think that we'll come to a conclusion, but, the public won't be invited to that, so as far as coming down, it would be kind of that would be up to you. If there's a conclusion to it, we'll come out of executive session and we'll make, a statement of what we've agreed upon. But, I think that's probably gonna be a meeting or two away. Okay, so, we got the, OPWC bid packet is back, excuse me. Needs reviewed, discussing, and Tuesday, 5/15 meeting. Sean, would you like to elaborate on that a little bit? The OPWC, package?
Shealing and Sands won it this year. It was about 14,000 something higher than the county priced it out at. But I gotta figure out how much of it is ours, because in the prices I got, the county's cross pipes in there too. So I don't know if that was mostly ours that went up or some of theirs too.
So everyone knows what are our projects this year?
We're paving Pierce, Emerson, Allison, and Grady.
We've been pretty aggressive as far as trying to get our roads back into, good condition. We've got a super road department that have really done, a lot of work. As far as, you'll notice, a lot of the trees have been cut back. In the wintertime, the sun gets to it, and it really does a nice job melting the, ice off of the roads. So if you see some of the trees being cut back, that's the purpose for it. I've never even thought that was a wonderful thing to do, but it is. And we don't use mix, we use straight salt this year, so that cuts down on our expense. Both on putting it down and cleaning it up, we have nothing to clean up. So we save a tremendous amount on that. And this year, we were really blessed with the late winter that we did have.
So Sean, that 14,000 and some odd dollars is, total projects overbid?
Yeah.
Okay, so it still falls within allowable award.
Yeah, I called Dave Spade today to meet up with him to get the breakdown of it, and he didn't have an opening today, so he's supposed to get a hold of me and let me know when we get together.
Okay, thank you.
We have nothing going on with other townships this year whatsoever, correct?
No, Allison and Grady, I did on our own because it was $6,000 cheaper. We were gonna go in with Warren, but it was cheaper for us to go on our own, so we went on our own, but Warren got theirs too, so we'll be hopefully doing Grady together.
Those two roads, those are our last two roads down there, is that correct?
No, there's one more dead end road
Yeah.
that's,
All going,
right off the 45 to the right.
One east.
Relum,
Relum, yeah, that's the last one.
Relum's it.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have that all done.
yeah. That's basically just a cul-de-sac going down and turning around.
Yeah. You get that done, we don't have to go back for another 60 years.
Yeah, keep the track patched and, yeah, it should last a while.
Yeah, and we got this new thing that Mr. Davis brought in, it's called a crack patch. It's really sealing the water from getting down there in the wintertime and lifting the roads up. How many skids did you go through last year?
5.
5, and I think we got another 5 this year. It's really done a nice job for us. It's held our roads together well. Thank you. Okay, moving on, and I don't quite understand this here. GoDaddy is recommending an update security on the email account for the township. Email security upgrade, C-quote, email, I have no idea what that is. I know what an email is, but I don't look at them. The quote is for the 3 separate, ADDONS, can you help me out?
Add-ons?
Add-ons,
Oh, I would just run together.
yeah.
Okay, add-ons. Add-ons at the cost of $18 per month. Courtney, you wanna elaborate a little bit on that, please?
Yeah, this is a copy of the email. It was attached to the email that the agenda items were on. So there is something called archiving, where they store the old files so that if we ever need it for a records request or something like that, we would have access to them. So they offer that service for $5 per month per email. Additionally, they have some advanced security. There's cyber hacks all over the place, and so they're recommending that we upgrade the security. That is an additional $5 per email per month.
That's per email address.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yes, per email address. Yes.
You say, holy cow.
And so, And then there's some email backup benefits, if we were to lose something, they could, you know, accidentally delete it, they can go back and pull it. Give supervisors the authority to read, other emails from employees without their, without passwords. If someone were to leave, we'd be able to get into that account, and things like that. So it adds up to $13 per month per email if you wanted to go with all three of those services. So I'll give you this hard copy, and if you wanna address that.
How many township emails are there?
I think at this point, we're at 17,
I thought I saw something that said 20.
17 times 13 if you went with all three of them.
According to the email I saw, it gave a email security cost of $3,054.82, and then they said advanced security, another $5 per email account per month. Is that what, we're looking at the same thing?
The total quote for the 3,000, I passed my email down to Bill, so I don't have it in front of me anymore, but, that total cost was for the, all three of those services for all of the emails through the life of what we've already purchased the emails for. Like, because we got them at different times, they renew at different times, so a few of them, you know, some of them are a few months longer than a few months shorter, things like that.
And the total cost is what?
It's right there in the email, 3,000.
$3,054.82. Now that's, again, that's 20 accounts, it says 20 accounts.
Yeah. I guesstimated about 17, so,
Okay, so he just threw out 20? He didn't have the accurate number?
I presume he had the accurate number, but I
Okay.
wasn't reading that when I said 17. And there might be a couple we could do away with, and look at that before we increase the security.
That cloud that, we're on where we have storage for the township, would we be able to combine some of that information on that cloud that we're already paying for?
Are you talking about the police cloud?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about the police cloud, other than that we have it.
I wouldn't think so. But I could be wrong.
If you were talking about maybe carboning, you'd have to download all of your emails to your hard drive and then have Carbonate would back them up. So that would be a lot.
I suggest we go back and review how many accounts, for sure. And then revisit this at, the workshop meeting.
Table this for tonight, yeah, sort through these emails and see how many we can get rid of. And we'll readdress this on the 15th.
Okay,
Is this important?
Good,
Your thoughts?
that's things.
do you wanna keep that, sir?
Sure. Okay, excuse me. We're gonna go into the, department head, reports. We start off with, Mr. Davis in the road department. If you're ready, Sean, let me go with, Chief Skaggs, let me go with him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me go with Chief Skaggs. Mr. Skaggs, Chief Skaggs wasn't able to attend tonight's meeting. I have his report, I'll go through that with you. For April of 2023, traffic crashes investigated, they had 20. Traffic stops, 132. Adult arrests, we had 6. Juvenile arrests, we had 2. Warrants filed from investigations is 6, and that would be work that the officers did. Incident reports taken by our officers would have been 58 for the month. Highlights for the month for April of this year, received, in fact, he was showing me today down at the shop, they'd received, 3 free, X2 tasers from the Cortland Police Department. We bought everybody tasers. One of our officers had a bad habit of forgetting he had it on, and took it home. But, we got donated from Cortland, which is very kind. We'd like to thank them for the donation. They obtained 27 free taser cartridges from Middlefield Police Department, which is wonderful. One of our officers' uncle works for the Middlefield Police Department. I'd like to thank that officer and the Middlefield Police Department for the donation of 27 free taser cartridges. They sent 3 officers to attend the free one-day emergency vehicle operations, EVOC training at Mid-Ohio Raceway. Were they racing, having fun, or what? But they went there. Let's get serious, Doug. Okay. They, sent 2 officers to, attend, the legal, tactical, confident, training at a reduced cost that was paid by Mr. Tom Benelli. Tom Benelli, we'd like to thank Tom Benelli for that donation, and the amount we'll get later, does it say here?
$600.
Sorry?
I believe it was $600.
Okay, we'll double check that, but at this time it looks like it's $600. We'll thank them